All right. With that said, let's get into a Q&A today. Again, I love doing the Q&A because it helps you get what you need answered in your business. But before I open up the phone lines, what was the text message today? Let me give you the text message I sent out this morning. Warren Buffett, and we all know who he is, the Oracle of Omaha, you know, multi-billionaire many times over, stock king, guru.
Making money while you're sleeping,
then you'll probably have to work your whole life. Wow. Isn't that a powerful statement? Is that a powerful statement or what? Right, Sam Foster? I'll say it again. If you're not making money while you're sleeping, like we are, then you'll have to probably work the rest of your life. Isn't it shameful how our mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts, and can't even retire sometime and they still got to work a part-time gig just to make food? Most greeters at Walmart don't want to be there. They're making enough money just to pay for their medication. You guys realize that? That you and I are in such a fortunate position. So with that, the phone line is open. Any Q&A, 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 Q&A. Any question you have about building the business? Man, that was a powerful statement. No question. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go into something. Why do we do ACN? That's a good question, Mr. Thomas. Why do we do it? You got to understand, everything you do in your life should be for profit. Write that down, Rick K. For what profit? Profit or for a benefit. Write that down. For a profit or for a benefit. Okay, write that down. Everything should be for a profit or benefit. Why do you wear the clothes you wear? So you can, the profit, prosper, the profit. How do you profit? By thinking and feeling better about yourself because you look great, right? Why do you drive the car you drive? To profit, because you want to look good. I mean, I don't look good driving certain cars. Neither do some of y'all. Why do you have the hairstyle you have? To profit, to look good, to feel good. Why do you do ACN? To profit, right? You didn't get in this to waste time. You got into profit. Now, guarantee you, we're in training. I want to call all of you right now. You're millionaires in training, and you're learning how to train yourself to be good in personal development to explode your business. So why do we go to church? To profit, to learn. So remember, everything we do, why do you go to work? You don't go to work because you love it. You go to work to profit. What's the profit? A paycheck. So understand, everything you do is to profit. Why does it get deep? Why did you marry that person you married? It was a profit. She make you or he make you look good, don't they? Everything you do in life is to profit. Why do you get on these calls? To profit how I can learn to do the business in a better way, to keep me strong in the business. So everything you do in life is basically to profit. Now, you also said, Al Thomas, most things I do is to profit, but I also have an agenda. What do you mean by agenda, Mr. Thomas? Every time I go to a certain city, I just don't be flying. I don't be going international to be going international. Some people just be going as a vacation. No. I go to profit. But how do I profit? Because I have an agenda at each convention, what I want to accomplish. When I fly into Dallas, Texas, when I fly to Fresno, when I fly to anywhere, I want to profit. But I have an agenda, Dan Jones. The agenda is how many IBOs, how many customers I want to obtain. I don't be going just to be going. Lake Tahoe. Some people go to Lake Tahoe. Okay, great. But here again, why did you go? What's your agenda? But did you profit? How do you profit? Well, when you come back, has your numbers changed? See, that's how you profit, folks. You go to international, got you. Take your pen, take your recorder, sit down and stay in your seat. Don't go out and listen to the trainers in the hallway. If they're that good, they'd be on stage. So why do you do that? So you go to the international, you get excited, gotcha. You come back with all this information, gotcha. But what are you doing to implement it? Or you put it into action so you can profit from it? Profit means after you come back from international the next week, your income should go this way, not stay flat. That means you should be putting on more customers, more IBOs, getting in front of more people. And that's why if you take a team of people with you, here's the key: take 3 people from each leg and watch what happens when they come back from international. So when I go to international, I have an agenda. Yes, I do. I've got an agenda for Friday. I can't tell you, but every time I do anything, trust me, say, Al Thomas, what's your agenda? And I'll tell you on a personal basis, I'll tell you, because everything I do has an agenda, not a hidden agenda, but an agenda, I'm going because I need to get some things accomplished. And when I go, I get things accomplished because I go with a goal in mind. Are you going to the national with a goal in mind? See, if you're not going to national, you didn't have no goal in mind anyway. Watch this. If you don't go to the national and come back, you didn't win. You didn't win, but you lost because you don't have the momentum that you need. Those that go to international with a team of people come back with some momentum in the organization. It's like your gas station. It fills you back up and keeps you going. So what is your agenda? Uh-oh. Hmm. Hmm. What's your agenda? Or do you even have one? Well, ladies and gentlemen, start having an agenda, everything. Every morning I get up, I say my prayers, and I start with my agenda. My agenda. You know, I start off reading the book of Proverbs every morning. There's 31 books of Proverbs, which means wisdom. Today's Proverb 21:23 said this: whoso keeps his mouth and his tongue keep his soul from troubles. In other words, shut up. Quit talking about people and people, places, and things. So guess what? That I profited from reading that script, the whole scripture, but that stood out because how many of us got to talk about stuff that doesn't matter all day long? Blah 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 blah. Let me give you guys a little story. There's an old Indian proverb say, man or woman was given so many words a day. Can you imagine? And then after those many words, you're cut off. What if God gave us 1,000 words a day? And after that, you were cut off to tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Can you imagine trying to convince somebody about ACN? Also, you can't talk to tomorrow morning after 6 a.m. So don't waste your words on people that don't want to hear what you got to say. Look, ACN is never sitting there check for convincing people. So guess what? When I have a conversation with people, I'm very cautious with how many words I use. Wow. Wow. Because I don't like to waste words. I hate to waste words. So here again, what is your agenda for the day? What is your agenda for tomorrow? What is your agenda for while you're at the convention? Remember, excuses are, write this down. Excuses are planned lies. They're planned lies. I had this all together. Well, I've been busy. There's that lie. That's a planned lie. Whenever people say that to me, I just think of the word, this the planned lie. It's a lie that everybody uses. You know, and some other people, and not saying all of you, some of you, just think about this. Stop living in other people's shadow or what they expect of you. Don't do that. ACN is a great company, but you are greater to make the things happen for you and your family. You know, if you want to move ahead in life, then you have to conquer your fears. What's the fear? Maybe some of your fears might be talking to people. You know, I tell you what, if that's one of your fears, walk up to somebody and say hi and just walk away. Hi, just walk away. Hey, how you doing? And then walk away. It is so true. It's said that people are scared to talk publicly. They rather die and talk publicly. So if your fears, get over the fear. Let me tell you something about your fears. 80% of the things you worry about 80 to 90% never come true. So why do you keep holding on to that garbage? That's right from the pit of you know where. So get past that. Get past that. Get past that. Remember Warren Buffett say, if you're not making money while you're sleeping, then you'll probably end up working all your life like your parents and grandparents. Is that what you want? I don't think so. So get over your fear. Work on it and get over it. Get over it. Get over it. No, any questions? Any questions on something that can help you? I'm just running off at the mouth because nobody had a question so far. Any questions about building your business? I'm here to help you. We got about 15 more minutes. All right. Nobody's got a question? I got this book. I'm training on this book. I'm training my leaders on this book. Overcoming Objections Will Make You Rich. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about a savvy leader. Okay. Now listen to this. I'm going to go to page I'm going to go to page 164 in this book. And I'm going to read the first sentence on the second paragraph. It says this, and I quote, a true savvy leader is always looking for the gold that is hidden in the individual they are working and communicating with. Are you looking for the best in everybody that you talk to? Or are you bringing out the best in your organization? Oh, Mr. Thomas, I don't have an organization. Well, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe you need to be that leader that you're looking for, and then emulate that, or emulate a leader who's been successful, and then you'll have the things they have. Here's another question I get from a lot of people. Okay, Mr. Thomas, what are you reading? Well, I'm reading a book called the book I'm reading now. I got a couple I'm reading at the same time. This is called The Money Code. The Money Code. The Money Code. The THE money, MONEY code. Do you guys realize money has a code? Oh, it's amazing. Successful people read books. Second book I'm reading right now is Becoming a Millionaire God's Way. Take a snapshot of it. Becoming a Millionaire God's Way. And by the way, this book is amazing because it is actually endorsed and forwarded by Robert Kiyosaki. I can believe it. So I got it. Wow. Getting Money to You, Not From You, by Dr. Charles Anderson. So those are the two that I'm on top of right now, because I'm an avid reader. I spend time in reading the book of Proverbs in the morning. You guys want to know successful tips? Success does leave clues. Also, I'm reading 2 books simultaneously, because why? School, watch it, write this down. School is never out for the professional. Al Thomas, after 30 years of doing network marketing, there's still more to what? Learn. The day you think you know it all is the day you start dying, folks, because your pride and egos got out of whack. You got to continue learning. What can I do? God, my prayer every morning, David Babb. What can I do to be a better man? What can I do to be a better father? What can I do to be a better leader? What can I do to be a better Christian? What can I do to be a better, whatever it is? Are you got those same prayers? What could you do to better yourself? And here again, are you working on being a better listener? First skill is what? Listening. Wow. So ask yourself this question. What am I doing to improve myself so I can be a better leader for my team? Write that down. What am I doing today? What am I doing? Write that down. Right? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing today and every day to become a better leader for my team? A better leader for my team. Look, it's not coincidence. 5 years later, 4 years, 5 years later, we're still doing these calls. That's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidental. It's the seed that you plant. Question is, if you're expecting a harvest, what kind of seeds are you planting? What kind of seeds are you planting? A farmer sees things before it gets there. A farmer has hope. A farmer has desire. A farmer has oh my God, don't get me started. A farmer has a vision. A vision. The farmer looks at the field, it's completely empty, and he knows he's got to go out there and put the work in, like you and I have to do, put the work in to get the results that he or she wants as a farmer. The farmer doesn't work by happenstances. He knows good and well he's got to put faith. Oh my God, in your ACN business, you got to put faith. Come on, Sam Foster. You got to have faith in the growth of your business, even though we all start with 0 people, Rick K. But the faith is we all start. Every SVP has 0 IBO, 0 customers, but they walk out in faith. They don't wait. They go out there and they go to work. Oh, you got to go to work in your you got to go to work in your land. The farmer says, look, I got a field of 20 acres. Man, I want, I wish I could, I would. All this positive affirmation does not work until you put the work in. You got to cultivate the land. Don't you understand? You got to turn the land. You got to keep the weeds away from it. That's the negative people in your life. You also got to put time. Oh my God, you got to put time in. You got to put time in. You got to go out there every day. That's why I say go out and get your 3 customers and 3 leads every day, James Clark, because why? That's going to be your fresh seed. The Bible talks about seed time and harvest, Miss Martha, but you got to put the time in. What is the sun? Oh, the sun is ACN co-founders pouring into us in this coming weekend. Don't you get it? You got to get the sun. Without the sun, there's no growth in your in your farm. You got to have growth. The sun. What's the sun? Going to international when they pour into you. And then you take the weeds out, the negative people. You got to get the water. What's the water? The water, the weekly conversations. The water is putting customers in. The water is building a team. And before you know it, the roots go down. And what's the roots going down? That's the generational wealth that you create in your farmland. Roots. Don't you realize the further the roots go down, the taller the tree gets? And it all starts with the sun rays. Folks, what kind of farm are you planting? What kind of seeds you planting? And you know what happens? You don't plant seeds by going out there getting weeds every day. You know what happens? The weeds take over. You ever drive by a piece of property and you notice all the weeds there? Nobody took care of it. The weeds took over. The weeds took over. I'm gonna give you an analogy. You know, you got to be like a builder. See, we are builders. You know, you drive by a piece of land, also you see a remnant of what it's going to look like on that lot. But it started way back when. The person that's the house you're in today, or the apartment building you're in today, or the office building you're in today, it started with an idea in somebody's head. An idea. When you got an AC, you start with an idea. Maybe I could be an SVP. It started with an idea. And then all of a sudden, the person wrote it down on a piece of paper, scratched it out, Mr. Agent O'Neill. And from the piece of paper, they took it down and they took it to City Hall to get it approved. And took it to architect, excuse me. Architect looked at it and made it real formal for them so they can understand the terminology of the down plan, of the plan, like ACN's plan. And then from there, they take it down to the City Hall to give a stamp of approval that, yeah, you could build this on that land. And all of a sudden, they went to the plumber, they went to the roofer, they went to all these general contractors, and they said, here's how I want this to look, and this is how I want it to spray. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, they start digging it up. And they had to bring a foundation in first. Don't you realize the thicker the foundation, the further down the foundation go, the higher the building go? Uh-oh, talking to somebody right there. And as you build that, don't you understand? You go by it a year later, and it's already built. But it started with a what? An idea. An idea. Are you building your ACM family with the idea of what you want it to look like? And guess what? Now everybody wants to move into it. Everybody wants to rent it. Everybody's talking about how great you are. Everybody said they knew you could do it, Jackie Black. But nobody, when you first got started, Miss Perry, believed that you could do it, Miss Allen. They all laughed at you, Miss April. They said, oh, you know, you're nothing. You're so-and-so was nothing. Your uncle was nothing. And guess what? You didn't buy any of that. You kept building your ACM business. And it's the same thing from being a farmer to being a builder. Folks, I'm here to tell you, you can do this in a big way. So with that said, any questions anybody may have about building their empire in ACM? I don't know why I went to a farmer. I don't know why I went to an architect, but it's so true. A lot of things is about building. Don't you get it? Everything's about building and profiting. Any questions? Not one question, Mr. Bree Clemens. I'm shocked. Okay. Well, that means everybody should be building their business and get to the convention so they get some sunshine. All right. Okay, Dave Culver got a question. Yes, sir. Take your phone off mute, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Great morning, family. Question for you. I want to know, in your experience, when you had momentum and you've lost momentum, what was the best way to rebuild back again the right way? If you're a new person and also you've been a veteran in the business.
Okay, either way, folks, he asked, what would I do to get back momentum if I lost it, or if I'm new in the business, how would I start it? Okay, going back to basics, it all goes back to basic. What is basic? Basic is going out and getting 3 names and numbers a day. As simple as this is, and the more I teach it, the funnier it is to me, because people still won't go do the basics. 3 names, write this down, 3 names and numbers a day will keep a job away. When you get those 3 names and numbers, guess what happens? Your belief level, your confidence start building. And look at James Clarkson, that's right. And from your confidence building, then you'll go to 4 and 5. I talk about Mr. Payon a lot because Mr. Payon, now watch this. He lives in Japan. For those that do not know that, he's on our call. It's about 1:25 in the morning. There he is. He's on the call. 1:25 in the morning. Mr. Payon speaks Spanish and English. Nothing. His wife is from Japan. He don't speak any Japanese. And I said, Mr. Payon, you really want to be successful? He said, Mr. Thomas, I will do what you tell me. See, most of you won't call me and ask me what I got to do to be successful. He did, or asked me. I said, go get 3 names and numbers a day. He said, but I said, oh, whoa. I know you don't speak the language. But the answer is, whether you like it or not, 3 names and numbers a day. He went out the first day, and I'm gonna share this with you because it's public knowledge. I'm not trying to talk behind it. He's on the call. He went and got 1 number, went home, got scared. That's okay. because we're all scared. Come on, let's be honest. We're all scared. There's something you're scared of. The next day he got one. He went back home. I said, you owe me 3 from the first day and 2 more from the second day. So you owe me 4 more. So now you got to get me 3 plus 4 is 7. The next day he got 3. The next day he got 3 or 4. The next day I got 3. Before you know it, within 10 days, he was doing 4 and 5 every single day. Now he kept going. He started doing the weekends. Watch this. He kept going. He was doing 6 and 7 a day. Listen to what I'm saying. He don't even speak the language. So how is it we here living in America or Canada cannot go out? Hello, we speak the language. Next thing you know, his wife and him started rising on the charts in Japan. She was a top RD, and now they're on the charts again. But see, Mr. Dave Culver, that's what it takes. But a lot of you are too doggone comfortable, and you still won't go out and get 3 names and numbers a day. Yesterday, I challenged a couple of my leaders and said, look, can you guys go out and get 3 a day the next 3 days? That's all I'm asking. But people are lazy. We're lazy. We're comfortable. We're too comfortable. I'll tell you something personally I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about being a minimalist here in the next year and a half, getting rid of all this stuff. For what did it make of me? Because we all get comfortable. But think about it. As simple as that is, people still won't do it. So the ones who want it bad enough will do it. Sam Paul's sleeping on the floor still. You saw he took air out of the truck, so he said, I can't drive my truck. I'm gonna walk everywhere. See, that's what I call commitment, folks. See, some of y'all won't do that. You don't have to go that far, but you know, what do you have to? Here's what Greg Parmesan says a lot, and you guys heard it said before. What are you will you? No, not her, you. No, you. What are you willing to give up to what go up? But see, most of us are not willing to give up anything. We'll try it out. We're part of the tryout team. We'll try it out for a while. We'll try it out. If it don't work, trying to steal second base with your foot on first base. That don't work. You got to get your foot off that base and go. So it starts with 3 a day. 3 a day. And then when you do 3 a day, send out a video 2 a day. And then when you send out the video, get on the phone and read it to them. Do you know there's RDs that can't read? There's RCs that can't read that. They can't read those 7 boxes. That blows my mind. Mr. Angel O'Neill called me and said, Mr. Thomas, what can I do? I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go out and do 3 a day. We're going to start doing it every 20 minutes at Starbucks. And he popped 7 ETLs in 2 weeks, starting from scratch. Because why? He was coachable and listened. Watch this. He listened to me and we implemented it. The smallest check is one of his IBOs got was $500. All of them got $800,000. Total coachable. Just like I'm telling you what to do. Some of y'all, you know, in this ear, out that ear. And then you wonder why your numbers are not moving. So let me look at it this way. What's the worst of the worst could happen to you? You talked about, you laughed at, you sniggled about. Who cares? Let me tell you a secret anyway. We'll look closer. They've been talking about you. The problem is you care too doggone much. That's why you ain't got off your backside. I don't care. I was at dinner several years ago on the table next to over there talking about me and didn't know I was sitting next to him. I thought it was funny. I could care less. So Mr. Culver, it goes back to the simplicity. And that's how I started with that momentum, reading the 1 through 10, having people read it. And also my income would start going, my numbers start increasing. I got 2 people I just talked about. Mr. Payon, who's on the call. Now that guy's an animal getting customers. He could probably teach a course on how to do it in a different language in a foreign country. Watch this. Didn't let that stop him. And I got Mr. O'Neill who listened, and all of a sudden his business is blowing up like crazy. Wow. So it goes back to the basics. Everything I'm giving you guys, I still do today. I still do it today. I started a new group out in Dallas with Mr. Sam Foster, Joe Marshall, Miss Marla, I was on the, Bill Bailey. And guess what? I go there every couple, and they're starting to, I got this one guy. They're here again. They're listening to me. Some people go get a coach, an outside coach. That cracks me up. And all the coach is going to probably tell you is what I'm telling you. And watch this. I tell you for free. Maybe if I start charging people, they might start listening to me. I don't know. That's crazy to me. All you have to do, folks, write this down. Do more of what I'm giving you. You've been trained. Just do more of it. Because, see, the problem is we just do a little bit. The problem is we're Americans and we're just too comfortable doing a little bit. Guys, let me tell you something, how blessed you are. You could have been living in Iraq or Iran, where you'd half the place is blown up. You don't know where your family members are. You don't know what you're going to eat today. See, we're too comfortable. We got a supermarket every mile and a half. We've got over 33,000 products in it. You realize each supermarket carries about 33,000 products? We got too much convenient day or night. You can go in and get it. Do you realize how convenient you guys are? That's our problem. That's our problem. We're too lazy. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not, it's not, I'm just saying what it is. I'm not mad or I'm just looking for people. See, I want to know people are hungry. I was talking about my friend Kevin Kong. I had a guy in my first MLM company. Kevin Kong was from Cambodia. He didn't speak any, he botched up the English language. Kevin Kong, and I was sharing with my leaders yesterday on my leadership call. Kevin Kong, he looked like a bad golfer. He had every color on you could think of on the rainbow jacket. He had black stripes, greens, blues, purples, plaids, and he wore it all at one time. But Kevin Kong, you could not break that guy's spirit. I don't care what you said to him. He would be like Kevin Voos. You guys might remember Kevin Voos about 20 years ago. I'll make you rich. I'll make you a millionaire in real estate. He'd walk around with a smile on his face, would light the whole room up. And you could say, Kevin, you look terrible. Kevin, that doesn't match. He said, okay, no problem. Thank you. He wouldn't care what you said. And he'd smile. Kevin, I've never seen that guy's spirit broken in my life. He lived in Portland, Oregon. I'm still trying to find Kevin. That guy I have never met a man like that before. And you know why he came to America? Nothing. See, the problem is we're too comfortable. Kevin became one of my strongest RVPs and would walk around smiling and you wouldn't know what I make you rich. His presentation, I make you rich, make you millionaire. You join me, I make you rich. That's all Kevin was. Kevin was always, but you know what? The dude made money. He didn't care what nobody said. He didn't care how he dressed. He didn't care. The problem is too much of us care about the wrong things. Let's say it that way. We care about the wrong things. Man, I remember going to weddings, signing people up at the wedding table. I've been thrown out of malls, prospecting. And the security guard walked me out. What time? I said, what time you get out? 5? Good. I'll be back at 5:30. See, I didn't care. I didn't care. I did whatever it took. See, some of you won't do that because your ego and your pride is in the wrong place. You're too comfortable. Let me explain something to you guys. You're so comfortable. Watch this. Do you realize last night while you sat in the comfort of your beautiful home, secure with your alarm system on, did you realize last night that in Cuba and Florida is only 31 miles difference in a boat ride? And do you realize there's a boat left Cuba last night that had to go 31 miles north to come to America? And you realize this boat should only have 75 people, but it had 135 people loaded on the boat that was so close to the water. And sharks followed every night, knowing they could get a free meal because somebody, oh my God, is going to fall off into the water. And they got a free meal and they follow that boat all the way to Miami, knowing they had to get a free meal, at least 1 or 2 free meals because somebody's going to fall in the water. They go 31 miles just to get to America to have freedom. And you've been here your whole life and you have freedom, but you're not utilizing it. You all of a sudden you see the foreign person, he got one, in a raggedy house. Next thing you got 2 raggedy houses on the block. He's got a hoopty and we're laughing. You driving your Mercedes down the road, live in an apartment building. And next thing you know, he owns half the block. Nothing right or wrong. They're not lazy. People coming across the border, they're coming here for an opportunity. They come here for no doggone job. But you got one, but you won't work your, You see the difference in philosophies. So yeah, when Al Thomas goes out, I look at people. Excuse me, you speak English? Never mind. You don't speak English? Come here. Come here. Because see, I know what I'm looking for. The quality of person I'm looking for. the quality of person, not how they look on the outside. But hold on. Let me go back to this book. The second part of that paragraph. Lord have mercy. Woo, God help me. Thank you. It said, hold on, page one. Second part of that paragraph. Hold on. I talked about the savvy, but I got to read the rest of this. Okay, a savvy leader is always looking for the goal that is hidden in the individual they're working with and communicating with him. Watch this. Listen to this. This part is really the good part. Just as it is possible that you and I may meet a person who is dressed in jeans. Okay, there we go. Kevin, dressed in jeans and an average shirt and not realizing that he or she is in actually someone who has a net worth of $100 million. It is also possible that you and I will meet someone who does not immediately outward, Kevin again, show that he or she has great desire to learn, grow, and succeed. Kevin didn't look like money. It was inside of him, who he was on the inside. On the outside, you would never talk to Kevin. That guy was $1 million walking around. Because how he was dressed, he wasn't attractive. But I saw past that. I'm a leader looking for leaders like me who has desire, persistent, determination, focus, goals, steadfast, credibility. That's what I look for in a person. How? Kevin was walking, catching bus to bus. He wanted something. He didn't come to America for no doggone stupid job. Came for freedom. What you're losing here in America. That job owns you. You gave up your best hours a day for a job 5, 10, 20 years. And then they get old, they kick you to the curb, and they hire people half your age. Have you noticed you get over 40, they trade you in for 220s? And that retirement plan, shoot, ain't no retirement plan. That's a joke. That's a tip. Guys, wake up. You and I have the best opportunity, but we're wasting it by not going out there doing something with the opportunity. As good as ACN is. And that's why when I sit down with a person, I show them this, Mr. Dave Culver, $324 get involved. You get the first 3 services in the first 30 days of 5 services, you get $200. You get 3 more for 8, another 200, you're up to 4. You get 3 more for 11, you're at $600. You get 3 more for, 14. You're at $800 on a $324 investment. Are you sharing that with people? No, I guess you're not, but that's why I'm getting people in. You get 3 more for 17 and you just made $1,000, folks, on a $324 investment. Are you explaining ACN in that light to people? Because you know good well, first thing people say to you, well, I ain't got that kind of money to lose. Who said anything about losing it? 3 questions everybody have. Can I do it? Can I send on a video like Daryl Ransom did? Can I read it like Sam Foster? Yes, I could do that. Step 1. Step 2, how much will it cost me? $324. Step 3, when can I get my money back? In 7 to 10 days, if you are coachable, $800 to $1,000. $600 to $800, excuse me. Some people want to go to the 1,000. That's fine. Are you telling people they could do that every month? Make an extra $800 to $1,000 just getting customers every month from home? There's your side hustle, folks. Have you broken down the language that you can break it down to people so they can understand it, and that's why they join? Or are you trying to explain it in ways that you understand it? Always explain it in ways that they understand it. And remember what Warren Buffett said, if you're not making money while you're sleeping, you'll probably end up working the rest of your life. I've only had a job once in my life for 9 months. I have no clue what it means to have a job. Why is that? I'm not being equal. I'm just being real with you because I listen closely to what my mentors told me. If I'm your mentor, you better listen closely and start doing the things they give you. But then again, some of you are going to go hire these coaches who've been around 4 years and never made any big money. That's okay. and you wonder why you're stuck. Yes, Martha. Martha Gonzalez. Got a question?
Yes, good question, Mr. Thomas. Oh my God, you're amazing. You're on fire, and I can't wait to see you and hug you at Baltimore.
Absolutely.
And I have a question. Okay, so the way you just said it right now, just go ahead and when you see people, when you meet people, just show them that if they're interested in doing something else, like having a side hustle, showing them the bonus, the way you said about the points. You know, you get the 3 points, the 5 points, whatever, and so forth until they get the maximum. And that's what you do initially with everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Miss Martha, I'm going to show you next Tuesday. Put it on your schedule. Next Tuesday at 6:00 p.m. Pacific Coast time. Watch how I do a presentation. You'll have so much success. I guarantee you have success. You know why? Everybody that follows what I show them has success. Look at Mr. O'Neill has success. Matter of fact, we showed pictures, and I'm going to show you how crazy this is. I've actually got on here on Saturdays and showed pictures of us doing 101s every 20 minutes, signing people up. Sign up, I do the presentation. He goes to the next table, he puts them in the system. Next person's waiting in line, showing the plan. 20 minutes later, they're signing up. We actually done this. I mean, that's what blows my mind. You guys actually see me doing it, but you're not doing it. That blows my freaking mind. Oh, there's Mr. Thomas, sign up another one. I wonder how he did it. I'm trying to show you. And you're stuck. You ain't brought an IBO in the last 6 months. Customers 3 weeks ago. Come on, why are you so stuck when I'm giving you the formula? Maybe I should charge you guys. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should become one of these coaches. Well, I'm a financial coach. You know what I'm gonna do?
Well,
Monday morning. You're gonna see this Monday. I'm gonna come on with a turban and a blanket around me. I'm gonna put my 800 number, 1-800-GET-RICH on the bottom. Call that number, and when you call that number, whatever that guru tells you, do it. Okay. The next person, put your address in, and the next person knock at your door. Do what they tell you. Click. Hi, you need to spend $325 join AC. Here. Do you realize people will believe a psychic before they believe what I'm telling y'all? Y'all, it blows my mind. I'll see you some of y'all on the psychic hotline. Yeah. Oh, the psychic said I can't do ACN. Remember our last guy that told me no? His wife said the psychic. That's so funny to me. I said the psychic tell you you're going to have a job the rest of your life and be broke. People are so goofy. I swear, Rick K, you can put some people's brains in a hummingbird, Miss Ursula Allen. It'll fly sideways, hit a building, and blow up Tom Ford. I believe it. I believe some people, but they walk among us. Who says that? John Maxwell. They walk among us, JC. Oh, my God. So, yes, Miss Garcia, I show people how, watch this. $324 investment will get you back $600 to $800 or $1,000 if you're what? Coachable. That's how we sign up so many people.
Okay.
That's how we do it. We'll take pictures at Starbucks. Here's the first one. Here's our second appointment. Here's our third appointment. There's Mr. O'Neill in the background. Put him in the system. Here I'm with the fourth person and the fifth person. And I can't believe people get on this call and look at that and go like, I wonder how I did. I just showed you how we did it. I told you how we do it. I even show you on Tuesday how I do it. Every Tuesday I do the presentation. It's the same presentation. It never changes because why? It flat out works. Matter of fact, our regional director is on the phone, Mr. Tom Forson, says, hey, when's that 1 through 10 again? He texted me Monday. I said, not tonight, sir, it's tomorrow night. Guess what? He was on there last night. And I just read it. Here's the Freddie part. I have you all read it with me. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to press upon you how simple and duplicatable this is. And you believe it or not, people,
So Mr. Thomas, so anybody you meet, you just ask them, how do you approach someone when you first, let's say.
How I approach people?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Let's say I walked in, I said, God, you got a beautiful smile. Yeah, let's do our role play for a second. God, you got a beautiful smile.
Okay.
What are you gonna say if I said that?
Oh,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Hey, you remind me of my next door neighbor. God dang it, they moved away, and I told them I was going to show them how to make an extra $1,000 around their schedule during this pandemic situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
What
you're
is it
not them.
about?
But I'll tell you too. You see, that's one way. Here's another one. Man,
Okay.
with that smile, you must make $1 million on your job. And what you gonna say?
No, of course not.
Oh my God, you know what? Come to think of it, you'd be great in my business. Watch this, everybody. Snap my finger. Oh my God, come to think of it, you would be great in what? My business. And you're gonna ask me what?
What kind of business?
See, in other words, guys, I'm leading her along. As you call this in a court of law, I'm leading the witness. I'm making her ask me. Come on, folks, people are real simple. See, your whole life, your mom and dad don't talk to strangers. That's why you don't know how to talk to people. Hey, I have a business. Every time a phone ring, and every time a cell phone ring here in the mall, I get paid on everybody's phone bill. Now, she never heard that before. Guess what she's going to say? So what's your next statement?
So how much is it?
Great. I tell you what, I'm in a rush right now. Give me your name and number, and I'll get a hold of you a little later. Okay.
Okay. But
Or
you gotta,
I'll say, if she's a single woman, I'll say, well, if she's a single woman, says, me and my wife will get a hold of you. See, I don't want her to think I'm trying to talk to her. You see what I mean? You see, some women are scared to give you the number because you're trying to talk to her. No. I'm a married guy, or I'm in a relationship. I'm not trying to talk to his business. So sometimes women say that to guys, but that doesn't stop guys because they're hard headed. But I tell a woman that up front because that way I'll get the name and number. See, that's another approach I do.
so what did they say? Well, what is it about? You got to tell me a
It's
little
about
bit.
making money. It's about making 24-hour day money, 7 days a week. It's about making residual income. How you can make a couple grand part time around your schedule. Watch this, around your what? Schedule. Because why do people think they gotta, if you notice, people think they gotta quit what they're doing to do this. Ever notice that? I always throw in part-time around your schedule, or watch this, or through the cracks of your day. So I'm telling them you don't have to quit what you're doing.
Yes,
Hey, let me ask you another question. Would an extra $1,000 coming in a month, would that be okay with you?
absolutely.
You see, I already know what the answer is going to be, folks. I already know what the answer is going to be. Watch this. I'll do it again another way. Hey, you won't be mad at me if you make an extra $1,000 a month, would you? No.
Absolutely not.
You see how I do it, folks? This is kindergarten stuff. This is so easy. See, I go out and get 4 or 5 names. It's so simple because I know how to talk to people. Wow. 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 Easy peasy.
Thank you, Mr.
Hey, that's
Simon.
a nice trick. Watch this. Watch this one. Here's another one to give y'all another one.
Okay.
Hey, those are nice glasses you got on. They must be very expensive. What do you do for a living?
Well, they're not expensive, actually.
They always
I
there's
got
the
them in
bingo.
purses.
See, they always say that, Dave Culver. No, it's not expensive. They always do this. They always do this. I kid you not, she did exactly what people do. If I think I'm lying, do it sometime. They always say, oh, these old things, they're not that expensive. I bought them at Costco 3 years ago. And you see, it's so easy to talk to people. It blows my mind how you guys can't get leads. People are simple. There's only 9 bad people. They just move around a lot. And, and I'll say, oh my God, those are not, you must make a lot of, no, I don't. Well, you know what? Come to think of it, you'd be excellent for a friend of mine. She has a business. She's looking for people like you. Her name is April Hall. Her partner is Ursula Allen. You'd be good in her business. Give me your name and number, and I'm gonna pass it on to them. Watch this. Another woman to woman. Come on, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll whip my phone out. Hey, Ursula Allen, you got a minute? Hey, I got Miss Martha Garcia Gonzalez here. She'd be good for your business. Let me pass you the phone. She's a superstar, just like you. Hold on, I'll tell all about you. And I'll pass the phone to Miss Ursula Allen, to Miss Gonzalez. Hi, yeah, hi. This is. Hey, give me your name and we'll talk about. Guys, I do it all the time. You gotta have fun till Daddy takes the T-bird. Come on, the Beach Boys, 1965. Some of y'all don't know how to fun. Some of y'all can't smile. Start smiling. The war's almost over. No wonder y'all can't get leads. You're not out there having fun with it. This is simple, baby kindergarten stuff I'm giving you guys today. This is basic common sense, having fun. Man, when I meet a Spanish lady, I say, Oh, Miss Roxanne Cortland, oh my God. Man, you're gonna love her. You guys are so much alike. See? Light brings light. Man, this is not that difficult. Last question. That is so, I mean, let's talk about customers and prospecting. When I first got my first check in my first MLM company, it was $3.90. So I lived in Sacramento. I went to the mall and I bought a pair of socks. The socks were like $1.90 something, and it was dollar signs. You ever go to these malls and got these socks places and then you can buy? I bought some socks with dollar signs, David. Hey, David Bath, I know you're gonna do this. I got some socks with dollar signs on them. And what I would do is walk around, and all I'd say to people, I made them come to me. The Bible says, with love and kindness have you drawn thee. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna draw people to me. I walk up past, let's see who's on. I walk up to Mr. Bill Bailey. I say, hey, I see you looking at my socks. Even though he wasn't looking, guess what I made him do? Look. I walk into the Mr. Austin. Hey, I see you looking at my socks. Even though he wasn't, guess what he's doing? He gonna look. And all I would say is this, Mr. Tasha Ismail. Write this down. My business bought those socks. Now think about this, Mr. Ismail. If I said that to you, Al Randolph, what would you say? Hey, Sean G, what would you say if I said that to you? My business bought these socks. What would you say to me? What's your next question? What kind of business? See, I already know what you're going to ask me. So if you know what they're going to ask you, set the questions up so you know what they're going to ask you. What kind of business you in? Hey, I'm glad you asked, Dan Jones. I'm in the communication business. And I point to everybody in the mall. Every time these people's cell phone ring, I get paid. See, I know they never heard that, Rick K. They never heard that. You have never heard that. And next thing you think about James Clark, well, how does that work? Well, easy, JC. I'm in a rush right now. Give me your name and number, and I'll tell you later. I gotta go. I get numbers like this. Oh, Mr. Just like this. Just like this. I do it all the time. I would take my new IBOs to the mall. And here's another one I do with my IBOs. I reach in my wallet. Hold on. I get a $5 bill out. I'm gonna teach y'all how to God, this is whoo! Y'all better keep me out of your city. I might become your new mayor. I would get a $5 bill. A $5 bill. Watch this. $5 or a $10 bill, right? And not a one. One's too cheap. Got to get a $5 minimum or a $10 bill. And I walk up to people, or 10. Let's do a 10 today. Let's have some fun. I walk up to somebody and I walk to Ursula Allen. Let's say, for example, excuse me, ma'am. I just bet at my buddy. And guess what? When you put it up like this, guess what people look at, Ms. Sharion? They look at the $10 bill. They don't look at me. They look at the $10 bill. Excuse me. Hey, I just bet at my buddy. Ma'am, excuse me for a second. I just bet at my buddy $10 here. And guess what they look at? The $10 bill. I just bet at my buddy $10. Watch this, Queen A. Watch my head, that you would be interested in making an extra grand around your schedule part-time from home. Would you be interested, ma'am? And when they shake their head up and down, I said, great. Give me your number, your name and number. And I wouldn't do it on my phone. I do it with a pen and paper because it's quicker. It's quicker. And then I put it in my phone later. And I said, see, I told you she would be. That's my $10. And I put it in my pocket. And then I went around the bend so she couldn't see me. Next person walked, excuse me, Mr. Ismail, excuse me, sir. I just bet at my friend back here $10 that you would be interested in making an extra $1,000 around your schedule. Would you, sir? Mr. Ismail going, yep, great. I told you, smart. I told you would get it. Sir, what's a good time to get a hold of you? That's all I would do all day. And let's say they
Here, it's your $10. So guess what? It's their
turn. It's their turn now. It's that new. It's your turn. So David Bath would get the $10, and guess what he'd do? He walk up to somebody. Excuse me, Miss Jackie McCoy. Excuse me, ma'am. I just bet at my friend here $10 that you would be interested in making an extra $1,000 around your schedule from home. Would you? And she goes, I would. I told you she's smart. What's your name and number? And I best try to get a hold of you. Guys, this is not that difficult. I thought y'all knew this kind of stuff. This is easy. Now watch this. How many leads you think you could do in a day like doing like that? Going out with 1 or 2 people? I remember I took Orange Solomon's group out in Baltimore, Maryland. I took about 12 of them out in the mall. We all got 3 names and numbers within an hour and a half. They watched me do it live. Guys, this is not that difficult. The reason why you just ain't doing it, you haven't got a big enough why to go get off your backside and go do it. This is not that difficult. Look, nobody's going to shoot you because we don't live in New York. So what's holding you back is you. EGO, edging God out. Your ego and your pride. What if they tell me? I ain't used nobody tell. That's the problem. Who cares? Who cares? Do you realize how many no's Al Thomas got in the last 30 years? Do you think Al Thomas even know how many no's he got? Nah. Do you think he cares? Nah. So why do you keep holding on to stuff that don't matter? I do everything to profit. And how do I profit? By out looking at all those names in my back office and my customers. How do I profit? By looking at all the IBOs in my back office. The ones who ain't on there, it ain't a profit. It's not part of the agenda. Don't you get it? Guys, if you're not focused on profit in everything you do, you're losing. And not only losing, but you're wasting a whole lot of time. 30 years I've been in this game. I think I could help you a lot more if you pay attention and listen to what I just given you. It works. Because let me tell you why. Principles don't change. Principles don't change. It's easier now than ever before to send a video halfway across the world to Japan or Korea. Huh. And you guys can't get 3 names and numbers in your own backyard and you speak English, not like Mr. Payon. You're the problem. I gotta be honest with you. I'm saying it with a smile on my face. You're the problem. Not they seeing you. Because you just won't do what it takes. Because you're too comfortable. With that said, last question. This is a Jesus call right here. Come to get off the backside call right here. This is a real call right here. This is a real call. What you guys need to do, go look in that mirror because it's you. It is you. It is you. If you're not going to convention, here again, it's the man or Michael Jackson says, the man or woman in the mirror. Unless you're in the military, you got to be held back. I get it. But ain't nothing stopping you.
Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas.
Yes, sir.
How you
yes,
doing,
sir,
man?
Mr. Clark.
First off, I want to say thank you for your leadership and the time that you take to share with us. I appreciate it 100%. So here's my question, I would say. What you just did is amazing. I can do that left and right, no problem. That's what I do, going out, peeking and things like that. Here's my challenge or question. So I'm capable of doing that with ease when I'm with someone else. Because in my head, just like you said, it's almost like I'm showing off, like, haha, watch me go do this, right? The challenge becomes when you're alone, okay? Now, if I go out just to shop or something like that, no problem, happens. But the days where it's like, okay, like today, let's say, I'm just gonna go out and prospect, but I don't really necessarily have anything specific that I'm doing other than prospecting. How do you get out of your head that hunter feeling? That's the challenge for me, where you feel like, oh, you hunting for somebody when we should be fishing. Now that only happens when I'm by myself. So that's kind of a challenge that I face.
There's a song by the Beach Boys, 1965. It's talked about having fun till daddy takes the T-bird away. You got to go out and have fun, first of all. And what I mean by that, once you get your mindset with a smile on your face, you go out there, look, everything's going to be fun and make it fun. So you don't look at it being hunting. I'm looking for, and let me tell you another thing, Mr. Clark. One of my prayers every morning is, God, who do I need to know and who needs to know me? So therefore, it's called attraction. Who do I need to attract that needs this opportunity? And who do I need to know that could help me with this? So when I go out that attitude, it's like, a dog can sense if you're scared of him or not. A dog can know if you're frightened. You have to go out and give that array out before people can come close to you that, hey, I'm looking to help people, when I go out, I make a game of it. I make it a game. It's a game. It's all a game. Like those that don't know, life's all a game. What you watch on TV, that's a game too. They're trying to get you programmed. But anyway, it's a game. And I do that. And I come back with 5 or 6, 7 numbers. It's so easy to do because the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So don't look at it, you're going out hunting. I'm going out to have fun. Watch this. Okay, I've got Costco within 3 minutes of my house. I'll go in there and I'll take a walk probably about 11 o'clock. I'll go to the casino. I do two walks a day, one at 4 in the morning through the casino. And because, the weather's nice, there's no smoke. I run into people I can prospect. So I'm working out and working. That makes sense. I'll go in again in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. I'll do it again. And then I'll stop by Costco just to walk through Costco. I may not buy nothing. I'm just walking through because who can I see? When I go shopping for groceries, folks, I just don't go to one supermarket. I go to 3. I'll go to Albertsons, and then I'll go down the street to Smith's, and then I may go back to another Albertsons. But there are 3 different locations. Why? There are 3 different type of people in there. I'm gonna see 3 different, or I'll go back an hour later and get some more stuff because I'm trying to break it up so I can run into people, folks. That's how you prospect. How many times have all of you, watch this, went to a gas station, ran to a supermarket, saw somebody you haven't saw in 2 or 3 years? Put your hands up. Put your hands up. You just ran into somebody somewhere. Come on. Go into the gas station, get groceries. Come on. Well, then that's the case. That's how you prospect. You wasn't going to find nobody. You were actually going to go do something. I'll go to a hardware store right down the street, a Home Depot, and I go to Lowe's. And I walk up and down the aisle, just looking for stuff. Just walking around. Another way of exercising. But I'm also, who can I run into that I haven't seen in a while? Guys, it's so easy. So you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. One is you get some exercise in, and you're running to people you haven't seen, and or you can prospect somebody. I had a lady this morning prospect me. It was so funny. I'm walking this morning. She goes, "Oh, you're walking by yourself?" Oh, yeah, huh? You want some company? And I said, "Well, what do you do?" We start talking. It's just funny, man. It's just, but if you can't get nobody being in the house, you can't get out. It's okay. Some of you just got to get over your mind's got things blocked. Get over the block. So I don't go like I'm hunting. I'm going out there. Who can I bless today? Who needs to see this? And here's one of my favorite lines. You guys can use this one. This will never let you down. I've had grown men cry when I say this. I've had women cry when I say this. And I said, you know what? I'm going to look at you, Mr. Clark. You know what, sir? I can tell. I'm looking right in the eyeball. This is how effective this is. This is very effective. This is going to make it lethal and dangerous. I'll look you right in the eyeball and say, sir, I could tell you have been praying to God that how long prayer. That's all I say to people. And their eyes water up. Tears start rolling down. I could tell you've been praying that how long prayer. You know what how long prayer is, guys? How long am I have to do this? How long will I suffer? How long will I be broke? And this is what I say to and I always put my hand very gentle on their shoulder. If it's a woman, I said, take my time very gentle on their shoulder. Very gentle. And I said, your prayers, and I said very slowly, your prayers have been answered today. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I'm going to change it. And I tell people, I'm here to change your life. Watch this. When was the last time you told somebody you're here to change your life? You had never said that. You have never said that to nobody. You had never said that. I'd have people say, remember, you're going to call me, right? You can call me Mr. Thomas. You're going to call me, right? Mr. Thomas, you're going to call me, right, Mr. Thomas? Because they've been praying to God for relief in their life. See, some of you can't say that because you're not that really, because you're not that strong. I'm here to change your life. I'm a life changer. Boy, I'm telling you, I just gave you all the $24,000 answer right there. Why do you think Al Thomas has been so successful with 30 years? Not these little people you are hiring as accountants. 30 freaking years. Because I'm in the field doing this every single day. And then people want to tell me the whole life story when I do that, Mr. Clark. The last guy did, oh my God, I just got out of prison. My wife, let me tell you.
But ask yourself this. I'm going to end the call on this. You should be asking yourself, how does he do it? How does he stay on top for 30 years? If he's been on top for 30 years, what in that blankety blank am I not doing? Well, I'll tell you what you're not doing. You're not following what I'm giving you. It's not rocket science. The proof is in the pudding. Look at my pedigree. But look at the pedigree of the person you're following. They ain't got one. Who you listening to? My mentor always said, son, who you listening to? So my prayers, every one of you become a regional vice president and get it wrapped up RD this year. Get it wrapped up in the next couple of months. There's nothing stopping you but you. You guys are great. You guys are meant to go someplace. You guys are meant to be a beacon of light in this world that's darkening every day. Have you noticed it's not the same world you and I grew up in? What's your backup plan? Who are you helping? Who are you converting over? So go out there and set the world on fire. The old saying goes, set yourself on fire and the rest of the world come up and watch it burn. Folks, all the money in the world is at your fingertips. All you have to do is go earn it. All you have to do is go earn it.